All right, folks, Republicans are reportedly close to finishing up their version of a new health care bill, but nobody has seen it. Why are they trying to keep this whole thing secret? Now, of course, you also have President Donald Trump, who reportedly has told folks that the House GOP plan is just a really bad plan. But he talked about how great and wonderful it was in that Rose Garden news conference that took place. Let's go right to our panel talking about this here. It's unbelievable that you have health care that impacts 1/6 of the U.S. economy, and they don't want anybody to know what's in their bill.
Well, here's why. Senator McConnell, right after the House GOP passed their version of Trump Care, he said, we're not going to be able to get 50 votes on this. So they have to walk this very secretly in order to get the support they need from senators who are going to be in contentious races in 2018. So I think that's the biggest issue. I think tactically it's smart for them. Of course, that means it's horrible for American people that would be left destitute and without health care as we were once before.
George, as I recall, we had about a 14, 15-month debate in this country on health care under President Barack Obama. There were committee hearings. In fact, the president hosted a televised discussion between Republicans and Democrats on health care, even went to the Republican conference, taking all of their questions. I don't recall Republicans doing any of that on their bill and ramming this thing through. Explain that to me, why.
I will do my best. I spoke with Congressman Brian Mast yesterday about this bill, and I told him my concerns. One, I don't think the IRS should be in the healthcare business. That will be removed. The IRS should not be an enforcement agency.
Hold on. Here's the problem. Nobody knows what you're talking about because the public has not seen the bill.
They should call their congressman and ask, what's in this bill?
The senators. Wait, time out. I'm sorry. So you said you spoke to Congressman, which means it's the House side. That version of the bill is already passed. We're actually
no,
talking
it's not
about
passed.
The Senate
We're talking about discussion.
No. The House did pass their own health care bill. The Senate is doing their own bill.
Right. The House bill, and these were my concerns.
No. We're not discussing the House bill.
Okay.
The House bill is passed. The Senate bill is the secret bill.
Well, you have to do the conference.
No, George. George, you don't get to the conference until after the Senate actually passes their bill. Then
we do a conference.
So
there's still time to amend the bill and make it work.
Can we please cut the schoolhouse rock for a second? Like, I don't even understand how we gonna have a conversation or a debate when we're not even debating the same points. Like, this is basic common understanding of how the House and the Senate work. This is how Capitol Hill works, and we're debating whether or not they're at conference. They're not at the conference stage yet.
Greg, but the bottom line, I think George did make a very important, you used three letters that are really at the center of this. Internal Revenue Service, IRS. This isn't about health care. This is about a tax cut. This is what they're trying to do. If it were about health care, they'd listen to the healthcare industry. All of the providers are against this. The AMA is against it.
And not just providers.
Right.
American Cancer Society, AARP.
But this has nothing to do with health care. Centene announced yesterday that they're going to go into Missouri, they're going to go into Kansas. I mean, all this is about getting that wealth transfer to the people who bought and paid for this Congress, both houses. And in Trump, they have an unstable element. The man just came out and condemned those fools that stood with him in the Rose Garden last month by saying it's a mean bill. All of that is irrelevant. All this is about is a wealth transfer. And when you say IRS, then you point to the Supreme Court because it was John Roberts in his zeal to expand the First Amendment to apply to corporate speech that allowed Obamacare to hang on. They don't care. Listen, if you are a 64-year-old person and you're making less than, say, $24,000 a year, your premium is to go from about $1,700 a year now to $16,000 a year.
Kim,
these are the Trump voters.
Kim,
they're going to get screwed, brother.
Why is it so hard to simply allow people to see this bill?
I can't answer for that, but I am glad that they're going to take a look at it. And like you said,
who's going to take a look at it?
Well, this is why Trump called it a mean bill, because he realized his base, his voters, would be affected by it.
But he called it great, wonderful, great, the greatest, the most beautiful, the most lovely. It's so awesome.
Roland, that's a different bill.
I know that.
We're talking about the Senate bill. Like, what is so hard about this?
Again,
okay, the House bill.
So the House had their bill under lock and key. Now the Senate got their bill bill under lock and key.
Christ.
I simply don't understand how hard is it. Why is it the Republicans will not allow even one single Senate hearing on this bill? Why are y'all scared?
They're still looking at this bill. This bill
No,
also needs
you're
to
not answering
address,
my question.
It needs to address tort reform to go to health care. Health care and tort reform should go hand in hand.
George, show me the hearing.
George.
When are they going to have
There's
a
no
hearing?
I will do my best.
Hold on. What'd you just say? There's no hearing?
There's no hearing that we know of now.
There's going to be no hearing.
Kim, where's the hearing?
We don't know as of right
Oh,
now.
no,
We
no,
don't
no.
know.
Should there be hearings?
There should be
There
hearings.
should be hearings.
What?
You know
So
what?
why
You're
haven't we
right.
had hearings?
There are town halls. Each congressman is going to town halls to explain this bill
What?
as they see it.
Time out,
There have been
Roland,
town
hold
halls
on.
that have been met with resistance,
We're
but there are
not
town halls
talking
where
about. You keep saying Congress. We're not talking about the
people are
House
taking-
bill.
this is
We're
a different
talking about the Senate.
the
Why?
people who are writing the bill are
Where
taking
am
it to
I
the
right?
people
Is
and having
this
town halls.
Groundhog's Day? I can't.
You battle these folks.
Jesus
You
God.
realize when
These
you're
are
in
We're
town
chaos,
halls.
supposed
we get
to
off
be
track.
talking about the Senate
Right.
bill.
We're talking
not
about the bill.
talking about the House
But the
bill.
congressmen are doing something
No,
good.
forget
They're
it.
having
I
town
give up.
halls with their
George.
constituents
Hey, man.
to say, here's the
No,
bill.
George.
Oh,
They're not
my
even
God.
showing up at their town halls.
They
That's
are
the
showing
House
up.
bill.
Look, did you see Claire McCaskill?
Can somebody get in his
Can y'all
earpiece?
play Senator Claire McCaskill,
you see-
Senator from Missouri,
My congressmen
Senator,
are having town
press
halls
play.
where 200 and 300
Press
people are
play.
showing
Will
up.
we have a hearing on the health care proposal?
Will we?
Yes.
I think we've already had one, but
No, I mean on the proposal that you're planning to bring to the floor of the Senate for a vote. Will there be a hearing?
well, I don't know that there's going to be another hearing, but we've invited you to participate and
Yeah,
give your ideas.
No, that's not true, Mr. Chairman. Let me just say, I watched carefully all of the hearings that went on the Affordable Health Care Act. Dozens of Republican amendments were offered and accepted in that hearing process. And when you say that you're inviting us, and I heard you, Mr. Secretary, just say we'd love your support, for what? We don't even know.
George.
Okay, so we okay. Wait. What we didn't show, I wish we had it,
right.
was when his staffer told Senator Orrin Hatch what to say,
Repeated him what to say.
and then he repeated it because he didn't know what the hell he was talking about.
You know who needs
okay,
healthcare
so
now?
George, I'm gonna ask George. I'm gonna ask you
tweet.
again. I'm asking you again with regards to the United States Senate bill.
Thank
what
you.
your Senator Claire McCaskill just said. Why won't y'all have any hearings, any
the Senate.
public debate regarding the Senate bill? There were none in the House, and you're doing the exact same thing in the Senate. Why?
I can't answer that question.
Should they have hearings?
They should have hearings. I agree with that.
Why won't
But
they have hearings?
Right now, people are having town halls expressing their opinion about the health
Why
care
won't they
bill.
have hearings,
The president has 11 million
You know who
followers.
needs health care? Clearly,
And these
Orrin
are-
Hatch.
This is a new way of communicating
Clearly
with the
Jeff
American
Sessions,
people.
because they got either early stage Alzheimer's or some kind
Time out. I'm sorry, Professor Carr.
This is okay.
Let's go back to how the Senate works. It does not run by the number of people who go and speak to their legislators, whether they're in
Well,
the
yes,
Senate
they
or
do.
I'm
They
not.
represent those people who go to town halls.
No, but that is not how a bill gets passed. That is how.
That is how a bill is
that is the
formed.
opportunity, one of many opportunities that we have to influence legislation. But that is not how a bill gets passed. How a bill is supposed to get passed is it is introduced in the House or the Senate, and then after it is introduced in the House or the Senate, it goes to the relevant committees to be marked up. Whichever committee of jurisdiction has.
shouldn't people have
I'm not
influence?
finished. I want to tell you how this works because it is
very
clear today. You have no idea.
No, you
so
know.
then you get it. The bill gets marked up. When it goes to committee, it is then time for it to get passed on the Senate or House floor or to fail. And then after it passes the Senate chamber and the House chamber, there is a conference, and then that is when the bill gets passed by both chambers and gets sent to the president to get signed into law. What are
Right.
we talking
Well, I mean,
about right now?
we do know,
George.
You must
I'm gonna
have.
miss those ABC.
You
That's
must have missed
how a bill
every
gets
one of it. You're
passed. I
talking
must
about a
have missed
town
How
hall.
a
Like
bill
that's
gets
not
passed.
how a
I'm
bill
glad
gets
you see- I'm
passed.
glad
Sister Rod, I
glad
think-
you
I
brought
think he
this to me
knows.
because I
Okay,
missed
well,
that
you know
ABC
what? Because
special.
he's confusing the viewer, and I don't like
no,
to
that's
do that.
true.
So I want to
that.
make sure we're
I'm just
clear.
a bill on Capitol Hill.
Well,
I
I
must
don't
be
know
missing
what.
that one.
So then why
That's
are
why I
you
talk
talking
about
about a
basic
town hall?
education. But let's talk about this. You guys want to take the people out of the process.
I give up.
You don't want to
I
take
did-
the people are having more influence now in these bills than they've had in the past. I know
Hold
Obama-
up.
in town hall. with town halls.
How can the
The people are going directly.
How can the
They're
people?
using new ways of communicating
George,
with
I got 1.5 million social media followers. You wish you had that many.
I sure do.
I know about Twitter and Facebook and Instagram and Tumblr and Flickr and all of them. But still, how can the people have an impact on a bill they have not read?
That their elected officials have not seen either.
Right.
That's the issue.
How can they answer the question? How can they have an impact on a bill they have not read, they have not
those
seen?
opinions are as strong as we are here. Those are strong opinions.
But how can you have an opinion about a bill you have
they
not
know
read?
what works. The people know what works.
Have you seen the Senate bill?
I have not seen the
Have
Senate
you
bill.
seen a copy of it online anywhere?
No, I have not.
Hold up 1 second. Were you able to see a copy?
I have not looked for a copy. I have not looked for a copy.
Were you able? Okay,
But I
I'm
tell you
going
what,
to break.
if I would've-
When we come back,
if I
George,
would've
I
called
can't.
back- if I would've
George,
called
I
back-
can't. George, I can't.
Senator doesn't have it. They can't see it either.
George, you said you're from Missouri. Are you from Missouri?
No, I'm from Florida.
You're from Florida.
Yeah.
Well, but you
Washington,
said
DC.
Claire McCaskill is a United States Senator.
Right.
She hasn't seen the bill.
And neither is Roy Blunt.
And she's on a committee.
And
of
she's a
jurisdiction.
United States Senator.
And she's on a committee of jurisdiction.
Boy, please.
A peaceful protest turned deadly. 37-year-old black man was shot and killed by Baton Rouge police. His hands are in the air, and you still get shot by the cops.
Oh my God, please don't tell me he's dead.
We're not going to let hate define us.
Race is a big part of this.
If truly all lives matter, then all lives need to matter equally. What we require is action. What we require is accountability. We understand that black lives do matter, and we will keep focused on this issue.
NewsOne Now, every weekday morning at 7 on TV1.